Hello, Knockouts. Tanya TKO here. And we've just gone live. There's a little bit of a delay between when I go live and when it actually gets live. So I'm giving you all a few moments to come on in and let's get the party started. Welcome. I am your host, Tanya TKO. It feels late because of the daylight savings time, but it's not too late. It is still early enough that we shouldn't have to have husbands from people on the text notification squad writing, talking about who's this writing my wife. So I'm just waiting for that text notification to go out and we shall continue to go forward. Welcome in everybody. Welcome. Okay, so I see we've started to go live. All right, welcome. Come on in. All right, so the question is, are you all right? I want you to come and check in. I know that these times have not been easy for a lot of people. There are a lot of things going on, and there are a lot of people who are continuing to pretend as if everything is all right, and you may feel like you are alone. I just want to let you know that you are not alone, that there are a lot of people going through a lot of things simultaneously right now, and it is okay to not be okay. You know, welcome. Erica, please say you are feeling depressed because what you are is a lot more than just depressed. Jennifer is saying long time no see. I went live twice this week. Hey, cool. Hey, everybody. All right, well, I'm going to turn on the phone lines in case there's anybody that needs to talk. You see the numbers on the screen right there. And the phone lines are open. Let me just get my headpiece in. Wait, what's going on? I just seen some cuss words fly past. I don't know what is going on. Oh my goodness. All right. So we have that up and running. Okay. So the phone lines are open. As you see the link, the telephone number scrolling across the screen, 323-488-3149. And you can call in live. Oh, hey Keith, how are you? Hey Seventh Lee. Hey Indigo, Amanda, Edna. Oh, text notification squad, my ringer is off. All right. So perfect. Text notification squad got their text. Go ahead and throw up your 1010s. If you're part of the text notification squad, you know where we have been. Hello. Welcome everybody. So basically, since the text notification squad just got here, basically, we're just doing a check-in this evening, seeing how everybody is, seeing how you're feeling, just letting you know that you're not alone. You're on the air live with Tanya. What is your name?
Notification squad got their text. Go ahead.
Oh, let's see. Let me make sure. Give me 1 second. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Aisha, how you doing, Tanya? I just want to say, hey, I'm surprised you picked up. God bless you.
Yeah, well, bless you
And I'm
too,
not,
my
I'm
dear.
not feeling depressed. I'm feeling happy.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you're doing all right tonight.
Yeah, and happy you on.
All
Yay.
right. Well, thank you so much for the love. Thank you. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Keep doing the good ones, Tanya. Appreciate you, and I love you. From
Oh, well, we love you
Chicago.
too. Thank you. Chicago in the house. Thank you, Chicago.
Thank you. Bye bye.
All right, bye. All right. So phone lines are open. It is Saturday, isn't it? Does it feel like Christmas for you all, or does it feel a little? I know last year we were in a dire situation. This year, I don't know if it's emotional fatigue or what. You're on Alive with Tanya. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Candace.
Hey, Candace, what's going on? How are you feeling?
For the past couple of months, I have had some increased anxiety, and I've been feeling depressed lately. I've had some. My daughter, actually, she's 4, and she was recently diagnosed with autism in October,
Mm,
and I've just been, under a lot of stress. I feel like everything has been coming down on me at once. And so I found myself in a depressive state. But luckily, I have a really good therapist. I've been in therapy. And I found out that part of getting out of this depressive state is getting up and getting out.
mm,
Even if I have to force myself to do it. I started
yeah,
off by saying, okay, well, let me just open up the curtain and let the sunlight in.
yeah.
And
Well, how are you
and
able to
just
stay in bed with a
doing that.
4-year-old? How is that even possible?
I'm sorry.
How are you able to stay in bed with a 4-year-old? I didn't even know that that was possible.
Oh, she's in school.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay.
hmm On my off days, she's at school. My 2-year-old, I still send him to daycare, and I would just sleep all day. But
Got you.
now, I was at a point where, okay, well, let me just open up the blinds and let the sun in. Sunlight does a lot to increase your
Mm-hmm.
mood. I realize that.
Yes.
And then at work during my lunch break, instead of sitting inside all day, like, let me get out and walk to get my food. And so
Yes.
that's been doing, and I'm at the point where it's like, take it till you make it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And that's working for you? Just
It
putting
it it
yourself in the mood?
it really is, because when you're depressed, you feel like, what's the point?
Mm.
But you have to get yourself back in that routine until you see the point.
Mm, got you. Got you. Got you. I feel you on that. Thank you. That's amazing. I know that that's going to be helpful for
I'm
people.
so excited, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you.
And y'all have a good evening. Y'all stay safe.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I had some questions for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
So you said your daughter was diagnosed with autism. What was it that made you take her to go in to get the autism or get a checkup in the first place? Was she exhibiting behaviors that you were concerned about, or was it just a routine checkup where it was found?
Well, it all started when she was 2. My best friend, we had our babies around the same time. My daughters are just a month apart, and I noticed that her speech was progressing a lot more than my daughter. She was still doing a lot of babbling,
Mm-hmm.
and so I spoke with her pediatrician, and she was very slow on getting her any help. I feel like her pediatrician was in denial. So I did the research and I looked up for early childhood intervention, and she was doing speech therapy through there, but she aged out at 3. And so the school system said that she was suspected of autism, but they never gave her that diagnosis. And I'm sitting here like, look, I don't want to suspect. I want to know, because I want to give my daughter the best start at life that she can get. And it starts right here, right now. So that's when I found a licensed psychologist and had her evaluated, mainly because she had delayed speech. And I did see some of the behaviors, walking on her toes and the hand flapping. But when he diagnosed her, it was more of she's higher on the spectrum, I would think. He said that it's just the communication part and the speech part, and the social interaction skills. Those are those quote unquote awkwardly social kids you see in school. That's what she
Mm-hmm.
is.
Oh, okay. What was it about your daughter's diagnosis that made you start feeling depressed?
Well, it's because I felt like she was going to be treated differently. Um, it already started with, I had her in ballet class, and after 2 lessons, the ballet teachers came to me and told me that um, they maybe it's best that I withdrew her from the class, because now is not a good time for her to be in the class, and the class was too big for them to give her the attention she needs. And I told them before I even enrolled her that she has special needs, she's autistic, or she could be autistic, and she gets distracted. She wasn't crying or anything in the class. It's just that all the little, ballerinas were in line dancing, and she was the one running around looking at herself in the mirror. And they ended up kicking her out of ballet. And so I got into the mindset of, okay, well, this is what it's going to be like for her. People, shutting her out and not even knowing who she is. They're doing this. And so I felt like now that she has this diagnosis, now they give, they didn't have a reason before, now they really have a reason to treat her differently.
Got you. And so you said you're working with your therapist and that doing little things like just getting fresh air, opening the blinds for light, etc., has done wonders. Taking walks in the afternoon to get your lunch, and what's the plan going forward?
The plan going forward, which is what I was speaking about with my therapist, is to put me first. Oftentimes, as mothers, we put everyone else ahead of ourselves, but what she made me realize is without me, the family would crumble. So I do need to take care of myself above everything else in order to keep us all afloat. Because if I fall, everybody else falls too, including my daughter.
Got you. All right. Okay. Well, that sounds like a plan. Do you have a system of support?
I do. My husband, he supports me. He's helped cope with everything, because I express my feelings to him. And honestly, for the past few weeks, he's been very, a bit nicer to my daughter around me, because even if he would look at her the wrong way, I was at a point where I'm like, oh, you looking at her like that because she has autism? So he's been a little nicer to her, at least around me, just to, cushion my feelings for now. And he lets me get it out, lets me talk it out and stuff like that. And if I get frustrated, he reminds me that, hey, she's doing okay. You're the one that has the problem with it. You're the one who's going through all this, but she's fine. And then, I have my
wait, when you
sister,
say
she
he's a
supports me
little
too.
nicer to her, at least in front of you, what does that mean though? Was he
Like for example, if she would throw her tablet, normally he'll take it away and say, okay, well then you're going to be off the tablet for 10 minutes because you threw it. But now he lets her, I guess have her tantrums now, or he'll let her sneak that extra fruit snacks, or, give her an extra bag of chips when she asks for it or when she points at it.
okay, look, you have a community of other autistic mothers that you can rally within?
I do not. I mean, she just got this diagnosis at the end of October, and so honestly, I haven't come to a place where I was comfortable, or I still now, I still get choked up with talking about it, so I don't even feel like I don't feel like I've accepted it yet.
Okay. Okay, because all right, so each year I take on, a volunteer, and in 2019, before the whole pandemic, right? The volunteer cause that I took up for the entire 2019 was autism, right? So I know that there are communities of autistic, they call themselves Aut Moms, and all over the United States, there are communities of women who are mothers to autistic children. And from what I know, that special treatment for bad behavior, you can't let it slide, but you
Yeah.
don't listen. Listen, because, they don't stay little forever, they get big, you know what I'm saying? So I want you to find the support that you need. If you'd like, I could put you in contact with some of the women who organize the autistic gatherings and fundraisers and stuff. So you come to my website, tanyatko.com, click on contact, and because there's a way that you do it where you're
Okay.
able to, because they still have to be disciplined,
Yeah.
they still must be disciplined, but there are ways that it's done. You know what I'm saying? There are ways it's done.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
do need to figure that out, especially since you don't. With her, you have to approach her differently than what you would approach, a non-autistic child. So I do need to know all of those tips and tricks and stuff like that.
Yes, make your life a lot easier from women who have been doing it for decades. Okay. So
Absolutely, yes.
yeah, contact me, and I'll put you in contact with some of the communities because it's important that you get support. Especially
Yes, it is.
in these
Especially with
times.
um, especially with people who going through the same thing I'm going through.
Yeah, yeah. People want to know what state you're in.
Texas.
All right. So she's in Texas. So, all right. So contact me, TanyaTKO.com. Click on contact, send me a message. And if there's anybody else out there who wants to be put in touch with communities, just let me know because some of my closest friends are the ones who are organizing these things. And they've built up a robust community nationwide. And it's important. Early support is important, learning how to navigate it because the women who came before you, they really didn't have any guidance and really didn't know what to do. And so they've learned the ebbs and the flows over the years. You know what I'm saying? So, all right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. So thank you so much. We love you. Keep your head up, and I'm going to look forward to your message, okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, then. Have a great evening.
Yeah, have a good night. Bye-bye.
All right. All right. Oh, wow. Back to back. You're in Your Life with Tanya. What's your name?
Ashley Brown.
Hey, Ashley. If you could turn down the broadcast in the background, that would be great.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
All right. I'm still hearing the echo in the background.
I'm sorry. Hello.
Yes.
Um. So I've been going through something for like a little while since June 22nd,
Okay.
and so basically, my neighbor reported that that she saw my baby wandering in the street. Um. The cops came to my house, took all 5 of my children, locked me up. I was locked up for 5 days. I've literally been trying to find anybody that I can contact. I spoke to Rhoda Young. I've talked to the NAACP. Um, so it's just like a lot going on with, that. I only lived up here in North Carolina for 4 months before, this happened. So I'm just going through a whole bunch, and I need resources and organizations. I'm currently, with an organization, Operation Stop CPS, because I'm noticing that it's happening a lot, in the communities it's happening all over the world. It's happening,
Well,
with white people, black people.
question. Was your
Yes.
baby wandering in the street?
No, ma'am. The thing is, they have body cam footage that can clear me of all my charges, but my children have been abused in our foster care system, and because my son wasn't in foster care for 24 hours before he was punched in the mouth by a 30-year-old woman, and so it was something that they had to hide. And then my 3-year-old was molested in the foster care system, and so they're hiding that. They're basically telling the courts and the rest of CPS that I've coerced her into saying this, although I have proof of everything that I'm saying. After they hid her molestation, she came out to have a UTI. Now, it's not common for a child under the age of 5 to have a UTI. I asked them, what antibiotics is she on? What is she taking? What did y'all give her? And they're basically refusing to give her an STD test because they said that the UTI came back negative. So if the UTI came back negative, that means she didn't have one. So what are y'all giving my child? You know what I'm saying? So it's just a whole bunch. My son has disappeared. My daughter has disappeared in a group home. The foster father ran over my 10-year-old's foot. He had a concussion in the group home. They're saying he sneezed and hit his head on a door, and that's how he got the concussion. It's just like a whole bunch of stuff. I recently went to court, and I had to go pro se because my lawyer quit. Because I told him I was going to sue him for ineffective counsel and gross negligence, because it's like you didn't, like what I'm telling you to get the body cam footage. If that's what's the only thing that y'all need to clear me, why is nobody getting this body cam footage?
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
Your neighbor said your child, the 3-year-old,
Yes, ma'am.
was wandering in the streets.
My 1-year-old, not my 3-year-old.
Oh, the 1-year-old was wandering in the streets.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're saying your 1-year-old was not wandering in the streets.
No,
and
ma'am.
that
My neighbor wasn't even home when this call was made. She was in Tennessee.
So you're saying that the police camera can clear you, but the police were
Right.
called and the police would have gotten on the scenes after the child was allegedly seen walking around.
Yes, ma'am. Officer Ferguson testified in court that he saw my baby in the street. He testified that he didn't write it about it in his report because it was irrelevant. He also testified that he didn't get the baby out of the street because it was irrelevant. So it's basically lie on top of lie on top of lie. And they know that it can be proven through the body cam footage, but they're not pulling the body cam footage.
Got you.
So it's like I stayed in jail for 5 days. I'm literally fighting 5 counts of misdemeanor child abuse. And they know, that the stuff that he's saying is not true. I literally have an Instagram page where I post audio of, I had posted an audio of me telling, DSS that my daughter was molested. And they're telling me, oh, it's normal for her vagina to be open. Oh, that's normal. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, now I'm posting things and they're trying to make me seem like I'm crazy. Like, oh, she's, she needs a psychological exam because she's losing her mind. When this is not just my voice on this video, this audio, it's hers as well. You know what I'm saying? And so they're trying to make it seem like I'm making up stuff.
So hold on. So you're saying, right? You're saying that the police came on the scene and claimed that your 1-year-old was in the street, but that they did not get the 1-year-old. And so when they came to your house, where was the one? They said that the 1-year-old was walking around still, and that they just left the 1-year-old.
Well, he's saying that he was outside in the street, but on the body cam footage, you see my son sleep the whole night. From the time, the officer came to my house till I was left in handcuffs. You see him sleep. This is why they're not pulling the body cam footage. They had the body cam footage as a whole, but somehow they broke it down into 7 different parts.
So let's do this, right? Mm-hmm. What is the organization that subpoenas the body cam footage to get the complete body cam footage released? Who does that?
I'm not sure because it took me 2 months to even view the body cam footage. They kept saying that they can't find it. And then when I finally talked to the chief of police, it was broken down into seven different parts.
Yeah, so listen,
like if they tampered with it.
Ashley?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So there's a lot going on, right?
Yes.
And there are things that we on the outside don't know because we're not there, we're not in the situation, and we don't know what the truth is or isn't, right?
Right.
So what we're trying to do right now is figure out how you can get the best help possible in this moment.
Right.
And someone is saying that you need an attorney, but you said that you fired your attorney for ineffective counsel, right?
Right. So my attorney, before I could get a chance to fire him, he quit. He knew that he didn't. So when you are in family court, if your lawyer doesn't file any motions and the judge grants a decision, that's the decision. You know what I'm saying? Is that's it. So once he doesn't file the motions, you're just stuck, and whatever she finds you, that's what it is. So I filed 52 motions in court against his wishes, so it wouldn't be the end, of it. She found me neglectful of my children because of generational neglect. So basically, because I was a foster child, she's saying that I am incapable of taking care of my children. Although I've never been locked up before.
Okay.
I've never had
What about, listen, you don't have to plead in front of us, because, the only thing that we can do right now is try to point you in the direction of resources so that you can be able to do what it is that you need to do behind the scenes to go and get where it is that you need to be. Someone is saying
Right.
legal aid. Someone else is also asking whether or not this was the first time.
Take my keys.
Was this the first time that CPS was called on you?
No, she called June 10th, and then she called June 21st.
Okay.
So basically, before I moved here, the woman who lived here before me had her kids taken from CPS, and the woman who lived here before her kids were taken by CPS as well.
Okay. So you said legal aid is not going. So what is it that you would like at this moment?
So right now I'm trying to, I had to go pro se because no lawyer in the state of North Carolina would take my case. So I had to become my own lawyer. So right now I am trying to, I don't even know, to be honest, because it's DSS lies, and they tell these lies, and it's just like I'm sitting in court, and the judge is not doing anything about, the proof that she's getting, because, like I said, if you go on my Instagram page, is Bring the Brown Siblings Home, every evidence of this case is up there.
So hold on. Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
You said you contacted the NAACP, and the NAACP said what?
They're still trying to find me a lawyer. There is no lawyer in the state of North Carolina that would touch my case.
Why won't they touch your case?
Because so basically my case is a case where it's Ashley Brown versus the state of North Carolina. Pretty much like I'm against CPS. And so not too many lawyers want to deal with CPS because they don't play fair.
Okay, well, I'll ask the people, is there anybody who has any recommendation for her right now? Is there anyone who has any type of recommendation for Ashley? So there are people who are writing in the comments. So let's see. There was somebody who said that you can contact them because they know a lawyer.
Okay.
But not just a lawyer given by the state, but you need an attorney, your own attorney. North Carolina, yeah. You said what happened with legal aid?
So legal aid basically said my case is too complicated. So it's literally like when you are in I live in Rockingham County. When you're in Rockingham County, the judge don't even run her courtroom. CPS does. So, you're sitting there and you're explaining and you're pulling out your proof, because I have binders full of documentation, as well as I post all my audio, videos, and footages and stuff on my Instagram and my Facebook. I post it everywhere because I know it sound like the whole story sound crazy, but this is my reality. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the judge hear what you're saying. Oh, your daughter has been molested. But if CPS is telling you, oh, she's making that up, and then I come out with an audio, because audio is not really allowed in court. So it's like now I got to try to find a way to get my audio broken down into a transcript. So that's what I'm doing right now, so I could put it in my binder, so the next time I go to court, I can show her, because it's just like, it's their word against my word. pretty much, and the judge sits there and does nothing.
Okay. How yeah, this does sound very, very complex.
It is. Well, it's
Someone
really
wants to
not
know
'cause all
whether
they
or
need
not
is
you
a
can
body
find
cam.
an attorney who can practice in North Carolina but is not in North Carolina.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
finding an
'cause
attorney that
they
can practice
definitely.
in North Carolina but is not actually in North Carolina.
I don't know. See, I've been looking when I had Jim Reeves for a minute, and then like my last court date, he quit, and then I went pro se. Um, what Thursday? Thursday I went pro se, and so she gave me my case plan was finished, but she wants me to take a psychological parenting exam, and they want to come up. CPS problem is that they think that they just, they do whatever they want to do. And so their problem is they want to keep coming out to my house. But if you came out to my house already to investigate, you see my children's rooms and everything is in place. My kids have everything. And the problem is they're still trying to hide all the abuse that my children has been through. And no, like y'all mess my daughter up. She's 3 years old. There's no way that she still shouldn't have her innocence.
And
So the fact,
how you said that, so your daughter came to you and told you that she had been touched?
no, ma'am. So after every visit, I change. Like, so if my older daughter, she's 12 years old, if she goes to the bathroom, I'll go in the bathroom with her and check her. If my sons go in the bathroom, I go in the bathroom with them and check them. So this particular visit, my older kids was on quarantine, and I changed the babies. And as I changed my 3-year-old, she had so much Desitin creamy caked up on her, like they just emptied out the whole tube on her. You know what I'm saying? And I used 500 wipes. I mean, literally, the Walmart wipes that come in 500 count, I literally used every, wipe getting it off because, it leaves that white residue on it. So when I finally did, her vagina hole was open so much to where I had to call my DSS worker, and Deasia Cooper, in the bathroom. And I'm like, look. And so basically her response was, what my response was. It was basically like, what the F? And she said, yeah, her area had been manipulated. But when she called the supervisor, Emily Pullum, she told her, no, they're not taking my daughter to the doctors or the emergency room, and that they'll follow up next month. And so at this point, I'm frantic because this is my baby. This is my 3-year-old. Are you crazy? And it was just like, no, nothing. So literally, they literally took my child to the ER in October, 2 days before court. So if y'all didn't feel like anything was, wrong with her, why take her to the doctors 2 days before court? My DSS worker, Deasia Cooper, has quit because of this. She didn't want to go on a stand and talk about it, pretty much, because I was going to have her hand her behind on the stand because I have text messages asking her, why aren't you speaking up about what you saw? Because literally it was me and her in this bathroom. So you know what happened. Regardless of what you're saying to these people, you know that this happened. So why are you not speaking up? I have videos with her telling me,
What
Miss
happened when you
Brown.
called the police
Oh,
about,
I called every police officer from Eden, North Carolina to High Point, North Carolina to report this molestation. The first cop that answered the phone was the cop that locked me up, Officer Jay Ferguson. And he told me that he wasn't going to report it. That's on my Instagram page as well. He told me that he was going to let CPS handle that. They will not give her a rape kit.
So they refused to let you file a police report?
Yes, they said I was making it up. They said that they would follow up with what DSS was saying.
listen. Even if you're making it up, right?
They still have to report it, right?
Filing a fake police report is illegal, so they still have to allow you to file the police report.
I'm telling you, I posted the audio on Instagram. He would not. None of the cops would. They said they're going to follow up with DSS.
And did you call the FBI?
I didn't.
Because
So
if local police are not doing what they need to do, then then we got to go higher than local police or something. Sheriffs. If city is not doing it, then we got to go state. If state is not doing it, then we got to go federal. Because if the child was hurt, somebody has to do something.
right, they all work together down here. So I'm just doing the best that I can
Right.
of trying to
So
retire. So I went from my DSS worker to the supervisor to what is she? The director to so I'm Felissa Farrell, I think, is the director. So I went all the way up to her and Lisa Cawley, and it's just like, oh, you're not allowed. We're not allowed to email you. I have the emails. We're not allowed to talk to you. You have to email the attorney for DSS. And so now I'm pro se. So now they'll somewhat email me back, but it's already like in their system as it's a lie. So my daughter has been in 9 foster homes since she's been moved from this home, and the foster home she was in before, she was moved because of distance or something like this. But now when she's moved, it's everything says because of her behavior. So if nothing happened in this home, why was she moved all these times because of her behavior? And it didn't start until after this home.
listen, we don't know, and we cannot adjudicate it here on YouTube and Facebook. So someone is saying that they're not obligated to file a police report. Yes, the F they are.
Yes, they are.
Anybody
They're
can file a
mandated
police
reporters.
report about anything. They are public servants. They work for you. They unless you can get them to put it in writing that they refuse to take your police report. So yes,
It's
they
okay,
do
I
have
have
to
it in
file
the
a police
audio.
report. So so listen, is there anybody that has a resource for her? So what we're going to do is we're going to allow people to write in the comments area about any type of resources that they may be able to be of assistance to you. So please look in the comments. Are you on YouTube or Facebook?
I'm on Instagram and
Excuse me.
Facebook
Hold on.
and
Are you watching the Tanya TKO show right now on YouTube or Facebook?
Facebook.
Okay. So inside of the comments on Facebook, people are going to write to send resources to you there. All right. And then you can also on the show, the comments are coming across the screen. So there are people who are writing from YouTube and Facebook to be able to assist with, with resources that they may have. All right. So I'm going to let you go. And I want you to connect with people that you see inside the comments that may be able to have more information than what I have. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and I'm sorry that this is happening.
Thank you so very much for listening.
All right, then. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. So, the phone lines are open. There's so much going on out there. She's in North Carolina. So there's so much happening out there. I can't even imagine, living in a situation that could very well seem like a living nightmare. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Charlotte.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
No, because your phone is breaking up.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Having some problems with my phone, but my name is Shantae Washington. How you doing this evening?
I'm fine, thank you. Hi, Shantae.
Hey. So, I was calling because today, lately I've just been in a bad mood and very upset. And then it was funny because I was thinking to myself, oh, I wish Tiny Tico go on live so I can just take my mind off of things. And then it's so ironic that you're
your topic was, can you call in and check in and see how y'all doing and stuff like that. So, yeah, I've just been very depressed lately because I relocated to San Antonio because in March I got burnt down by this crazy psychopath. And just for my safety, I decided that it was best for me to go ahead and
Your phone cut out
relocate.
again.
I'm sorry. It was for my best interest to relocate to San Antonio, Texas. And so now I'm here, and my brother told me I can come down, but me and the sister-in-law is not really getting along, and it just really like putting a weight on me, like really making me depressed a lot more. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, and they got all those dogs too.
I'm sorry. No, I'm walking down the street because so I can have a little privacy. I didn't want to speak on
How
it.
long have you been?
Like,
How long have you been staying at your brother's place?
Since September.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's hard for me to get a job because I don't really have that much experience. I just been doing like retail and customer service jobs and stuff like that. And when I came down here, my brother was I'm sorry. My brother wanted me to he wanted me to take my time and get a job and take my time and figure out something that something that I might need. But now since I came down here, it's just like now it's kind of his wife thinks otherwise. Like, she just want me to hurry up and kind of get a job and leave. Well, she says she's not, but that's just the vibe I'm getting. And I do not like drama, and if I knew all the drama, I would not came down here. I would have just went to Jersey with my cousin. But
Okay, so you're in Texas right now. You moved there from where?
From North Carolina, Greensboro.
All right, so you were in North Carolina. You said a psychopath burnt your house down?
My car, burnt my car down.
Oh, broke it down or burnt it down?
He burnt it down. He set a fire, 2 in the front and 1 in the back.
And you know that it was him? You have proof?
Yeah. I don't have no proof. That's why, I had to leave from San Antonio. Leave from Greensboro because there was no proof. So he just, freely walking around in Greensboro like, nothing happened. But I know it's him because I don't have drama. I don't get involved with people too much. And, I don't have no enemies besides him. He was just upset because I told him he had to leave. He had to leave my apartment because he was keep on smoking marijuana in the living room, and I had my mother staying there with us. And so when I took authority to the leasing office, after I spoke to him 2 times before I did to the leasing office. So long story short, he ended up just getting a visit from the apartment complex, and he had court with the leasing place like March the 4th, and then like March the 5th, I got a phone call from the police telling me that my car is burnt down. The fire department already put out the flames, and they would like for me to come down and view the car and make sure it's mine.
So this was your neighbor?
This is my roommate. He was my roommate. He was staying with me, but I got him evicted. I was staying in like a student housing, but you ain't had to be a student to stay there. And so I was thinking like, okay, I was sick of having the girl roommates and stuff. I kept on having drama with them. So I was like, okay, well, my mom, she needs a place to stay. Mom, how about you come and move with me? And I do got a friend that will probably be less drama because he's a guy. So I let him move in. But he was way more drama than any of the females I had. So
where did your mother go?
My mother, she's still currently in Greensboro.
So your mother stayed, and who's she staying with now?
My aunt. She's staying with my aunt right now.
So you and your mother both left the apartment?
Yes. Yeah. We
But
both
it wasn't
left.
an apartment, it was student housing.
Yes. Student housing. And we, so yeah, it was the apartment building for, for students, but you don't have to be a student to live there. It was like we was having, we shared the kitchen and living room, and we all had our own bathrooms. So.
So you left the whole state because your
Yeah.
roommate burnt your car down.
Yeah. You can be upfront with me if I was being too dramatic. My best friend think I'm being too dramatic, but it's scary for me because I ain't never experienced anything like that. And I was nothing to people, and I was starting to. Some people was telling me that somebody told me that he would to shoot me after he burnt my car down. So I was just for my safety. I was not okay with taking the bus in Greensboro, walking around Greensboro, not knowing if he see me. He know where I work at and everything. So I just did not feel safe, and I didn't have like money saved where I can just get a new apartment, get cameras. I didn't have none of that. So my brother told me I could come on and just come and stay with him and start a new life.
What is it that's making you cry right now?
It was just, this is a traumatic feeling for me. Just, it's just really just making me like upset because I love that car and he knew that. Like, that was like my pride right there, and it was just like it's scary. It's just a scary feeling for me. I never been in any fights before or nothing like that, so I don't know how to like feel about that.
My question though, right? You said that you'd had female roommates and that there was so much drama with the girls that you decided to get a male roommate, but then he turned out to be more drama than the female roommates.
Yes.
So you've had drama with female roommates before.
Say it one more time.
So you've had drama with female roommates before.
Yes, but it was nothing as too dramatic as that. It was nothing like I ain't never get in a fight with them. It was just more so of a conversation me and them would have, and it was just like some tension in the room when we in the living room or the kitchen together. It was just stuff like that, but it was never like fighting or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went through the process to get this man evicted, and then you didn't even stay in the place.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't expecting him to, burn my car down. Like, was I being too dramatic by leaving the apartment after he burnt my car down, or should I have stayed in Greensboro, or what?
You have to make the decisions that you feel are right for you. You made a decision. My concern is that you move to a place that you don't have stability or the safety to be able to, you don't have the safety and freedom to be able to get a job at your leisure where you're at now. This is my concern. And your mother is back in Greensboro. You're in now San Antonio. You said that you have a sister in New Jersey. And so my question is, where can you go where you can be safe, make the money that you need to make, and be stable?
Yeah, I'm thinking about going to New Jersey with, sorry, correction, if I said sisters, my cousin is in Jersey. And my cousin told me I can come down with him to there. The only reason why I don't want to go with my cousin is because he's a single man. He only got 1-bedroom apartment, and now I believe his mother, my aunt, is staying there now. So it's just going to be like, kind of like here in San Antonio, I got my own bedroom. So that's why I kind of made that decision. Like, okay, I have my own bedroom. I have my privacy. But
Right, but you said that your brother's wife doesn't want you there.
yeah, like it's kind of like, to me, I think she's like really don't want me here. But my brother, when I told my brother about it, and I'm about to go ahead and move to San Antonio, I never saw my brother get emotional, and he was about to get emotional. Like, no, she's all right. She haven't been complaining since we had the last discussion about you staying here or stuff like that. But I feel different, and then I don't really feel comfortable, and I'm just feeling like real depressed. But it's a little too much.
Yeah,
Like
I feel like there's. How old are you?
I'm old. I'm 28.
Okay, you have any money saved?
No. Yeah.
What were you doing
Mhm.
for work back in North Carolina?
I was a coordinator at TJ Maxx, and I was kind of just living my good life. Like I was good where I was paying my rent early, and I was about to start saving, but I didn't get there yet. I was just thinking, I was just being young and didn't have no savings.
You
I
know,
don't really party, but
I
yeah.
I I want you to really, really contemplate, what's going on in your life and what you want to be going on in your life, right? Because
Right.
sometimes we make decisions that we say we don't like drama, but the decisions that we make embroil us in drama and
hmm
perpetuate the drama. You said you had a sister in Jersey that you could go with, right?
A cousin in Jersey.
Cousin.
My
Okay.
sister, my sister, she stays in Greensboro as well.
So
But
your
my cousin
sister
is in
is in
Jersey.
Greensboro, your cousin is in Jersey, and your cousin is a
Yeah.
man and he's single and you won't have your own bedroom over there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where is it that you can be safe and be stable so that you can be able to earn money and be able to be independent?
Um, I don't even know. I don't know. Like I was loving Greensboro, loving it, and a lot of my best friend told me I should come on back. But I don't know if I necessarily feel like that's the best idea. I don't know.
Well, I
I
think
just don't know.
I
I just
think
gotta
you
pray about it.
what is your spirit telling you? What is your higher self? She says she's not in school. She was in student housing, but you don't have to be a student to stay there. I don't know why people are not understanding that you said that. So,
Oh yeah.
what is your spirit telling you?
Um, my spirit. I don't know, like emotion. Like I don't really know. It's telling me time to just go ahead and go to Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and go to Jersey and focus on me. Like right now, my sister-in-law got me doing way too much. Like I don't know.
Got you
She
doing
think
way
I'm
too
her
much? Like
maid and her
what?
nanny. So
I'm sorry, she got you doing way too much. Like what?
like she wants me to clean both of the bathrooms, two of the bathrooms, upstairs bathroom, twice a week. Vacuum all the carpets twice a week, Monday and Friday. Watch her 2-year-old daughter. My niece. Watching my 2-year-old niece all day, and like I don't know if I knew this was the requirements before I came, I probably wouldn't came. I'm sorry if I sound a little lazy or whatnot, but I only clean my even when I have my own apartment, I only clean like probably once a week. You know what I'm saying? I don't be doing all that. and it's just like
What is
it's
what is
just
the
it's
what
a
is
little
the what is
draining.
the issue that you have with cleaning the bathroom twice a week?
I don't really have an issue with that. Actually, so that was a bad example, but it was just more like every night before we had this conversation, that's what they wanted me to do, clean the bathroom. I clean up the kitchen every single night. I wash, it just, to me, it's not dirty. So I'm just like, why are we cleaning stuff that's not dirty? You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry to sound like, I probably sound nasty to some people, but I don't do that. Like, I clean if it's dirty, or maybe once a week still, because I love my bathroom to be clean, but I don't
So,
do all
question,
that
how much are they
extra.
charging you to stay there?
Nothing at the moment.
So, you're
So
not paying any bills, you're not paying for any of the food that you eat or any of the
yeah,
electricity or any of that, and they're asking you to clean 2 bathrooms twice a week, the kitchen every night, and watch your niece all day for 2 days a week.
yeah, and and I don't know. It seems like much to me. I guess because the 2-year-old more like I don't have kids, and I spoil my nephew. So that's what they think. I'm probably doing favoritism a little bit because he was in Greensboro, and I'll take him out and about. But he's like of age; he can talk to me and tell me, "Hey, I need some more juice," or he doesn't start screaming because they need juice. So it's just like it's like if I knew that I had to be a babysitter Monday and Friday, I probably would not came down here. And so that's
Well,
what it
you
is.
have the
Like,
ability to leave, right?
you said what?
You have the ability to leave.
Yeah.
You said you wouldn't have come there if you knew that you would have to do those things. And I don't know, something is a little off for me. Something is a little off, and I feel like there's some other things going on that we're not speaking about. That's how I feel.
Yeah, there's a lot of other things. I kind of feel like she might be a little racist towards black people. Um, I don't really feel like she really. I don't know. I be listening to Cynthia G sometimes, and I kind of feel like she don't really like black people. One time we was at her cousin function, and she had her pocketbook on the ground. It was at nighttime, and it was like crickets around, and she had her pocketbook on the ground, and I was sitting right beside her pocketbook. So I took her pocketbook and I set it behind my back or whatever, so no bugs will get in it. And then when I went up to go get some food, I just happened to look over and I noticed her, like, as soon as I walked away, she looked at her pocketbook, looked at her bag, and scrambled through her bag, and then looked up at me like I took something. And then she doesn't have she didn't take my brother's last name when they got married. And she convinced him to stay closer to her family, but didn't want to come over there to us. When our grandma passed away, she didn't want to, we had a group chat where everybody was in to talk about, all the stuff we needed to talk about. As soon as the group chat was formed, she ended up leaving the group chat. When my mom came down
When
here before
mm,
to help out with the child, because she said she needed help. She didn't like what my mom was doing, so my mom ended up having to leave back and come to Greensboro. That's why my mom had to come stay with me. So it's just like a kind of a little bit of red flags with her. Like, I don't know if I really like her that much, you know.
listen, I know that you're a knockout, and I know that you love the show, and I know that you love me. And I think one of the things that you love about me is that I do keep it real, right?
Yes,
Right. Okay.
right.
And I think that you have to take some time to evaluate yourself and keep it real with yourself. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I I I don't like being taken for a ride, and I don't like people attempting to manipulate me. I don't like it, right? But I understand it,
Mhm.
right? And I feel that you're being a little manipulative right now on the phone with
Or-
me. Yes, absolutely. You want me to tell you how? You want me to tell you how?
Yes.
Okay. So you are saying the things you that you feel will elicit camaraderie with me so that I can be aligned with you and what you're going through. You know, so now you're telling me, "Oh, this woman might be racist. You know, she did this, she did that. My mother had to go back home and that's how she ended up living with me." What you're talking about is a series of questionable behaviors that took place before you decided to go to your brother's place. When you had choices about where you would go, you made the choice to go into the home of a woman that you had concerns about before you went there. You say things like, "Oh, she got me doing too much," right? But yet
Mhm.
you say that you like being there because you got your own room. You prefer to be there instead of someplace else. You say you've been there
Mhm.
since September, right? It's
Mhm.
December now, right? You
Mhm.
left the job that you had in Greensboro, I guess, without, I don't know how big Greensboro is, you know, and whether or not this person would be able to find you or this and the other, but were so, you were so wanting to stay in this place, this student housing, that you went
Mhm.
through all of the motions to get this guy kicked out, right?
Mhm.
Then once he was kicked out, you ended up leaving. You
Because
went
he
through
burnt my
all,
car down,
listen,
so he know where I stay at.
right, right, right.
Mhm.
But these are choices that you're making. You made the choice to say, well, you know what, this guy's weed smoking. I guess, listen, you know, the guy got lighters. He was sparking up all this weed. You know, he liked smoke, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And you were so
Yeah.
adamant about him not being there that you were like, you know what, I'm going to go through all of this and I'm going to get this guy evicted. You got him evicted. So now he doesn't have a place to stay and he got all these matches from the weed that he's smoking. And you say that then your car ended up, you know, on fire, right? Okay.
Mhm.
So now you're in this place where your brother and his wife and their 2-year-old are. And they
Mhm.
want you to clean the bathroom twice a week, the kitchen every night, and babysit 2 days a week. You said if you would have known that before you went there, you wouldn't have gone there. But you know that now.
Yeah.
What is
Mhm.
it that you're going to do? You know, I hear you talking, but the things that you're saying are absolving yourself of how you ended up in this situation, what you're going to do to get into the situation that you want to be in, and how you are going to either deal with the situation you're in or not. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Do you
Mhm.
want to stay there? If you want to stay there, staying there comes with the things that they have stated they want you to do. If you are
Yeah.
unwilling to do those things, then what is your next recourse? But complaining about it and talking about she could do doing too much, the racist and all this other, this and the other, right?
Mhm.
You're grown. You're
Yeah.
grown. You're
Mhm.
28 years old. It is time that you start thinking about what type of life you want.
Yeah.
What are you doing to bring in any type of income?
Yeah. I've been working and I worked this job. It didn't work out, so I still have this job. I
The job didn't
also
work out?
offer. I still offer them money. I still have like
Excuse me?
sources.
The
Yes.
job didn't work out?
Yeah. It was a
Why
customer
didn't
service
the
job
job
for.
or the customer service job didn't work out?
Yeah, it was a remote job. This is my third time trying a computer, one of the like call center jobs. I'm just trying to say. This is like my third time trying to.
Why didn't the remote customer service job work out?
Because it was just like after the training, they just threw me on the phone, and I felt like I was not ready to be on the phone. Like the lady I was with on the phone with for a 15-minute hold, and I still didn't know what to do. So, and I couldn't get no help. So I was just like, okay, I can't.
So
do
you
this.
quit the job?
Yeah.
They were paying you how much?
16 hours.
They were paying you $16 an hour in a place where you don't have to pay rent, and you quit the job, a remote job.
Yeah.
You
Because
quit
when
the
I
job,
came
why?
down here, my brother was telling me to take my time, get some. They know that I'm not emotionally stable. Everybody in my family know that. So
You're not emotionally
when I came down
stable.
here, it was supposed to be to rest. You know what I'm saying? Because that was not right. You know what I'm saying? Like I just went through a traumatic event. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm supposed to do is come down here just to rest. So when I end up getting that remote job, my brother looked at me sideways like, "Oh, you're getting a job, already." And he was like, "And it's a customer service, and it's that remote job. I mean, that freaking call center job. You know, he knew that I tried 2 call center jobs already. So I was like, I'm gonna try it again.
You
this
quit
is a
2
good.
other jobs?
No, I didn't quit 2 other jobs since I've been here.
You said the 2 other call training jobs.
Oh yeah, the 2 other ones I quit that in Greensboro. But that's when I always worked like 2 jobs.
I don't understand.
2 or 3 jobs
I don't understand why you quit. You was getting paid. It was their customers that they didn't train. You said they didn't train you well enough, and you couldn't get help. I don't know why you quit. Why didn't you get more training?
I never not knowing the answer to something, and then I can't get to it. It's just like what I'm going to do. I don't want to give her the wrong answer, or just sit here and lie to her. So I just didn't feel comfortable doing that.
I hear you.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I came off as manipulating you. That's not what I wanted to do at all. I did just
listen. There's no need for you to apologize. I did not say that because I felt that was what you were trying to do. I didn't say that because I felt that's what you were trying to do. At the end of the day, doing a thing to get a reaction from a person, right? That's manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to know that that's what it is for that to be what it is. You know what I mean? And it's okay. I'm just letting you know. I want you to be aware because you have choice. You had choice you claim that your brother was looking at you sideways for getting this job. You say that you're not emotionally stable. What do you mean you're not emotionally stable? Because of the situation in Greensboro, or you've been diagnosed as unstable?
No, I've never been diagnosed as unstable. I talked to a therapist. They tried to put me on medication, and I refused that. But I tried to commit suicide about twice before. 2018 was the last time I tried to do it. And I don't want to go back to that. And lately I have been having thoughts about committing suicide again. But when I came down here because I was not thinking like I was just I can be paranoid sometimes. I see things that other people probably don't see. So when I said that, I didn't notice different things that she does, but I put it in the back burner. Nobody else in my family was saying nothing. So I just, it's something that I never said to anyone. So I just said nothing. So when I came down here,
let's talk about you getting the help that you need. You said you spoke to a therapist and she wanted to get you on medication, but you said you didn't have a diagnosis. How could they put you on medication with no diagnosis?
I'm not positive, but this when I talked to the therapist when I about to commit suicide, that was all the way when I was 18. And I was my mom was there with me at the time, and she wanted me to talk to this therapist, and she started talking about antidepressants. You know, she wanted to put me on antidepressants, and I definitely want to refuse that, and just want
Why?
to.
Listen, why? What would be the reason for you to refuse care that may assist you in getting your chemical balance right?
Because my aunt is currently on antidepressants, and I see the stress it's putting through her body. I see how she keeps on going through different medication after medication and all these different medications, and she's just a walking zombie. And I
Well,
don't want to be like that.
everybody's body chemistry is different, and everybody needs a different amount of XYZ or ZYX to be able to be, and it needs to be tweaked to your particular chemistry to be able to help you balance out.
Yeah.
Because there may be some things that are going on that may be a result of a chemical imbalance, and that's not just something that's in your head. That's like somebody saying, "Oh, I'm refusing diabetes medication because because a different person with a different diagnosis and whatever type of medication they were taking and however they're taking it, that they had whatever type of result, but you're a different person with a different chemistry, and some of these psychological, these chemical imbalances, they need to be adjusted with medication or something. Are you doing anything? What supplements are you taking? What natural remedies are you taking? What is your regimen for care? Because you can't just refuse care and then do nothing.
Yeah, I've been like back home before my car got burnt down. I was every day going for walks, every day going to the park and looking at what water calms me, and I would meditate every day. And
did you get your
I
car
was
back?
dieting. Say it again.
Did you get your car back?
No, I only had liability, and they only gave me like a $1,800 check, which was good enough to get a job. Get a car, but they had to take the money from liability because I got a car loan to get my ex-boyfriend out of jail, and then that makes the icing on the cake after I told my ex-boyfriend about it, and show any remorse. He had 2 cars and still claiming that he want me back, and he didn't do anything. He's just like, oh well, if he was with me, I got 2 cars. Try to bribe me to go back to him.
But you got him out of jail with your car money?
Yeah. Okay,
listen. I'm going to say this, and then I want you to do with it as you choose, okay? This is your life, okay? Do the things that you need to do to live the type of life that you want. Take care of yourself. Call the S prevention hotline. Look it up. Look up the number. I'll put it on the screen right now. Here. Call them. Take your care. Take your care seriously. Here. This is the telephone number on the screen right here, 800-273-8255. They also have chat that you can click and chat with them right from your browser, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Find a therapist.
I would definitely do that.
And find a therapist that is competent If that therapist says
Mhm.
that they recommend that they diagnose you with something, get a second opinion. If 2 out of 3 therapists are advocating for a particular route of care, why not look into it?
Yeah, that's true.
Why not look into it? Because at the end of the day, this is your life, and we're talking about the quality of your life. And you may not be thinking clearly because there could be some things going on that are affecting your judgment.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you
I'll
so much for
definitely give that
calling
a call.
in.
Thank you so much for
Yes,
your
thank
for that.
you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
We love you. Keep your head up. Listen, I want us to really be aware of the choices that we are making in our lives and how those choices are affecting and directing our life. Because at the end of the day, we have control of our choices. We have control of our choices, and we have to do the things that we need to do for us. You know what I'm saying? You're in the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
It's Savannah.
Hi, Savannah. How are you?
I'm okay. Definitely trying to get through this major Sagittarius energy that we are experiencing.
I don't know what the Sagittarius energy is.
Well, the solar eclipse today.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um, yeah, I'm calling. I wasn't expecting you to answer so quickly. I actually, this past week was probably one of the hardest weeks that I've been through medically. After 8 years, got a diagnosis in February. I have 9 autoimmune diseases.
I didn't even know there were 9. I thought there was like 4.
Oh God, I have some of them are like really rare. There's only like 50,000 cases to date.
Oh, wow.
Right. So, this past week I'm a single mom of 4 children. And for the first time I was pretty much bedridden for the last week. Just the flare-ups were pretty intense. So I, was dealing with that. It's because it's starting marks on my face and
Oh, wow.
yeah, that's, nobody wants that.
Yeah.
But yesterday I finally, dug down really deep and I'm like, I've got to, get up and get myself together. I've got to, do things around here. And I did that. I felt so much better. My children actually went with aunts and uncles for the first time in months. So it was nice to, just be here in silence. But things actually took at about 3:00 in the morning last night. My ex-boyfriend literally burst into my bedroom and proceeded to beat me up.
What in the world?
I know. It's so left field.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is he in
So-
custody right now?
Is he what?
In custody.
No, I did not. Oh, God, no. I didn't. I'm like, obviously, I know that that's what I should do. That's scary, though. That's a scary, I know that sounds insane, but Um, it's almost like I'm scared of the repercussion because I feel like he would get out and, you know,
Yeah,
really be
but you
angry
have you
then.
have to file a police report because you have to have documentation of what occurred. You said this was last night. So you have
Right,
bruises.
right. I have a black eye, actually.
Yeah, listen, your children live there, right?
Yes.
How did
No,
he
they
get
were not
into,
here
I know they
during.
weren't there, but how did he get into your apartment?
Um, I guess he knows where I put the key. It's actually a house, not an apartment. But
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
no, we've got to get this on record. We've got to get, listen, listen, we've got to get, I think that there are ways that you can file a police report without pressing charges, but what he did was illegal. It's illegal to hit people.
right. Yeah, it was pretty terrifying. It's, obviously, but especially because, the weeks that I just had physically, I was like, geez, like, kick me when I'm down, literally.
Well,
I
I'm
don't know.
sorry.
I'm
This
just,
is what was it that made him stop beating you? Did he just get tired? Did you roll under the bed? What was it that stopped it? Because
I mean, I was, trying to protect myself with my hands and he stopped, but then he literally just, this is the part that makes me emotional and is incredibly terrifying. He just stood over me for over an hour in silence. And anytime that he broke the silence, it was just to tell me that I was pathetic for crying and I was weak. There's definitely generational trauma with lots of things. So I'm not new to domestic abuse, but not in the severity. Like I've never had a black eye and, someone take their fist to my face. Like that was terrifying.
yeah, you've got to listen. You have got to call the police. You've got to call the police. And what state are you in?
Florida.
So you can own a gun in Florida, right?
Yes.
Okay. You need an alarm system. You need something. You need something. She said that
I
she has a
actually
key
have a big
outside and
dog. And
and the
for
dog
whatever
let him
reason, he
in?
didn't. What'd you say? I'm so sorry.
The dog let him come in?
That's what he didn't even hear it. And normally he's super protective. Now, tonight, I guess he senses because he won't leave my side. Like, I don't know. And this is someone that,
do you have
I,
any intention of calling the police?
um, no, at this moment, I don't.
Okay. Have you moved the key from where it was?
Absolutely.
Okay. Um, I don't
And it's not
know.
even in the sense of like, because I don't want him to be in trouble. That's not, it's honestly because I'm scared of what he will do because I called the police.
Listen, he's already come into your house in the middle of the night, beating on you. So where else does it go from there? Where does it go? I mean, next
Mm.
time, what will he do once he comes in and your children are there? I mean, there's no record that he even ever assaulted you. And so you got no record of it. And you said you're not new to this. So I don't know what to say, honestly, because You say you have no intention. Is there anything that we can do? What can we say that can get you to call the police and file a police report, even if you don't have the intention of pressing charges?
It's like I'm so oh I've studied all of these things and I recognize them, and it's like when you're in that position, all of that changes. I don't know. It's just like it causes just a pit in my stomach. I'm terrified to do that.
All right.
A
Here,
few years ago, one of my classmates, a friend of mine, was murdered the day that they were going to court. The guy killed her and her father right in the middle of the street, like in the small town that I'm from. So it's like that just plays in my mind over and over again. Like, is it even worth doing all of that, or should I just run and hide? Like,
you can do both, right? You can file the police report and you can run and hide, right?
yeah. I don't know why I thought it was one or the other. I guess sometimes we need to hear someone else say it. I definitely could do both. I'm not really sure. I guess just getting that off of my chest is why I called. Because I'm not really sure what I thought that you or anyone else could do to help me other than just listening.
Yeah, well, listen. This is the domestic abuse hotline, right? 800-799-7233. They can give you information about resources. They can give you a listening ear. You can chat with them. You can text them. You can call them. There are many different ways. So it's 1-800-799-7233 or 1-800-799-SAFE, SAFE, right?
Safe. Okay.
Yeah.
1-800, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. 1-800-799-SAFE.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that.
Are you going to call?
Yes, for sure. My mother actually just moved out of state a few months ago, so I plan on being not too far behind. But I mean, in
Who
the
moved out of
meantime,
state?
what'd you say?
You said who moved out of state?
My mother.
Oh, your mother. Okay. Well, if you plan on moving out of state anyway, go ahead and file the police report and do what you need to do to leave. But he definitely needs to be arrested.
And he has a major history of this. I mean, don't they usually?
I'm sorry?
I said he has a history of this anyway. So, last night, well, more this morning, I couldn't help but to think, regardless of how scared I am, me doing that could potentially save the next girl's life, because I think that they only get worse, honestly. The abusers is what I mean.
What's the likelihood of you calling the police on a scale of 1 to 10?
An 8.
Okay. What is it that can be done for it to be a 10? What is it that may stop you?
I mean, I'm going to be totally honest with you. It's that oh my God, I sound so ignorant. I don't even want to, I can't even let it come out of my mouth. I just, I don't know what, I guess that's victim mentality. I don't know what is stopping me from doing that. I feel like it's fear for their retaliation of it. Because, you know, a restraining order doesn't stop someone, really. I don't know if that's, you know, fear that I have every right to be feeling, or if I'm just putting fear there, you know, because I know that that's scare tactic.
Well, no,
I
of
don't know if
course, you
it's
have every
legitimate
right to
or.
feel what it is that you're feeling. You have every right to feel what you're feeling. I mean, it is true. There are people who can be upset. It's, you know, that you dared, you know, quote unquote, got them in trouble. However, it seems
Right,
like you're more afraid of him than he is of you.
right.
And you
Well, I
have
mean,
children to protect, you know?
and I'm, okay, I'm going to say it. Oh my God, I'm about to get backlash. Because I don't want to be like that stereotypical Caucasian woman that got, you know, a black man in trouble. I don't, because, oh my gosh.
So you feel like a Karen?
I don't want to be stereotyped. Like, you know, I don't want to, it has nothing to do with that. And
What is a Karen? A Karen is an aggressor. A Karen is an aggressor who's not minding her business and is aggressing upon other people, making their business her business and playing the victim. So now you are saying that you don't want to be the stereotypical white woman getting the black man in trouble, a black man who is a violent criminal. It's not like you're down at the Starbucks or at Central Park, you know, choking up your dog and, you know, aggressing upon a man watching birds. It's not like you're jutting forward in front of a person trying to get inside his apartment building. You were laying in your bed when a violent criminal burst into your house and beat you to a black-eyed pulp. And you're protecting this criminal because of the color of his skin. That is an insult to me as a black person and any other law-abiding black person, that you would let this motherfucker off the hook because he has black skin too, so he could just be a fucking criminal if he wants to be. But because he got black skin, he gets some sort of fucking pass to be a fucking maniac out here. This right here is like, you are overcompensating. You're overcompensating. He's a criminal, and criminals deserve to be behind bars. He doesn't deserve to share the melanin rich colored skin that I have. He needs to be off the damn streets.
Right. Well, thank you for saying that. Oh,
Because listen, there's far too many good black people out here than for you to give him special I give privileges because he happens to be black, regardless of the fact that he's a violent offender. not only did he break into your house, but he assaulted you and terrorized you, verbally demeaned you. He held you captive in your home. I'm sure there's another crime in that too.
I mean, it's obvious to me that, just the fact that I am even remotely second guessing whether I should call or not, I clearly need to fix that trauma in me that, wants to feel sorry, or I don't even know the words. Obviously, regardless, yes, what he has done is absolutely wrong, but I feel like this is making me address what's broken in me that still looks at the light in this. Like, I guess I'm just have victim, whatever it's called. I can't even think of my words right now. Victim mentality, or, abused syndrome, whatever it's called. I can't think of the words. Right. It's like I'm going back and forth with myself. Like, I know that that's wrong. So why do I still feel any sorry for him or anyone like him?
Yeah. You realize that there are good Black people and that there are bad Black people out there, right?
Absolutely.
You realize that even though Black people have been subjugated, that there's some people out there who are criminal minded.
Right. My father is a sociopathic criminal, and he's a white man. So
Okay.
I do understand that it's everywhere. It's not just, based on race, who's bad and who's not.
Right. And so this is not the first time that he's physically assaulted you.
It is actually. He's 12 years older than me.
How old are you?
I am 35.
So this man is 47?
Yes. I actually dated him when I was 19. And he grabbed me one time, and I literally jumped on a bus. We lived not where we live now. I'm from a really small town. But I jumped on a bus and never spoke to him again. Flash forward 16 years, I moved back home and just very casually dating him since July. And of course, I'm very, I've studied a lot, specifically narcissistic abuse. Psychology really interests me. So I've studied that. I know the signs, but I don't know. I feel so stupid. I guess people like that really genuinely don't ever change. But, he's almost 50, and that was his, he's grown. He was young then, and he's not on that sort of thing anymore. And I didn't see that.
He's not on any what anymore. Was he on drugs before?
No, just being, physical, being jealous, anything that caused us because, like I said, he grabbed my arms one time and I was out of there. I never looked back again.
And you said that you moved back to your town and you gave him a ride?
No. So 16 years later, I'm back here in our hometown, and I said we started casually dating back in July, and I haven't seen anything, no indicators. Like, this was completely left field.
So when you say casually dating, you mean you've been having intercourse with him since July?
Well, actually, we were pretty seriously dating until October. So, yes, I was actually dating him from July to October. But
So why did you say it was casual? So you all were in a serious relationship from July till October.
yes, now October until now, that would be more casual. We haven't been speaking as much, not seeing, going weeks without seeing each other.
And what was it that made you decide to break up with him?
He actually broke up with me.
So he broke up with you in October. What was his reason for breaking up with you?
I got just the silent treatment. There was no reason.
So he ghosted you.
Yes.
And then he came back months later, knew where your key was outside, and then clobbered you in the middle of the night while you were sleeping and defenseless, as you laid there with your 9 autoimmune diseases.
Yes.
And so you want to call the police, but you are apprehensive because you care about him and you don't want him to be upset.
Not really that I don't want him to be upset. I am scared for what he will do.
All right. Well, you know what? Maybe you can find out your options when you call the line. At least call them and find out, what are some of the options that you have. Is he on drugs?
I believe so. And he doesn't drink, but last night, or this morning rather, he was drinking.
What type of drugs do you think he's on?
I mean, I know that he smokes, but...
Smokes? You talking about Tina?
Weed, right.
Oh, no. Tina is something different.
Oh, no.
You know what Tina is?
Yes, I know you. Yes,
okay.
But no, I don't think
that's
so.
That's a whole different ball game of smoke over there.
Right. I mean, I wanted to say like recreational, but I don't know if that.
Because marijuana is not going to send a person beating you up in the middle of the night.
I think that's the part that I'm struggling with the most, is because it was just like so random and just very, very unexpected.
What was it that finally made him leave? Did he try to assault you intimately as well?
No.
What was it that finally made him leave?
I don't even know. He just left. I don't know. He kept saying that, because I was crying, that was making him mad. And he would break my jaw because I didn't think that he would.
Yeah. I don't know what to say besides call the hotline and see what your options are, because what I don't want is I don't want him to come back and your children are home and all of this, etc. I just don't want. I want you to be safe. I want him to face repercussions for his actions. However, you're right. There are downsides to getting a person arrested. You know, so contact the number 800-799-7233. Contact them and see what some of your options are. Okay.
Okay, I will. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for calling in. We're going to keep you in our thoughts. Tell everyone your name one more time.
My name is Savannah.
All right. Thank you so much, Savannah. Big hugs to you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Bye.
All right. For those of you who don't know what Tina is, that's Christina. That Crystal. I ain't saying no more. You know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Tina is, you know what Tina is. So, Christina, Chris, and there's a lot of people, you'd be surprised, that are using it that you don't know. Listen. What's that I hear? I don't know if my headphones did. All right, so we got an Apple in. Steve, who has supported the show. Thank you so much, Steve. Thank you. This brightened up my evening right here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Steve sends $100, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss from all that we went over today. So, Steve, I appreciate you showing love. I appreciate you coming through. I know that we had a huge dip last night, and I did buy the dip. And so I see you're doing well as well, my brother. I see you're doing well as well. So that's wonderful. Listen, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If I had more energy, I'd get up and dance. I don't have the energy, but just know in my heart, I'm appreciative. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. All right. Let me send some hearts this way. Thank you. Listen, I appreciate all of you for coming out. Thank you for being a part of this broadcast. I'm sorry for the calls that I didn't get a chance to answer. We really did get engulfed. We did get engulfed in the phone calls this evening, and we didn't really get a chance to break away from the phone calls, because listen, you all are typing too much on my screen. You're typing too much on my screen now. You all are typing too much. You're typing too much. I already told you all what Tina was. And you all are, this is too much. This is too much. Listen, we're going to be broadcasting tomorrow. There's a lot that we need to talk about. There's a lot that we need to talk about that's going on out here in these streets. Oh, man, I've learned some things this evening. Ugh. And listen, for those of you out there who are like the young lady who was like, that she did not mean to be manipulative or whatnot. I just want us to know that, we do, listen, children manipulate, we manipulate as adults, we steer conversations. Whenever you tell a story about your ex or whoever, and you leave out parts of the story, and you know that you're talking to a person who feels a certain way, so you put certain things in the story, That's a form of manipulation. You know, it's like, it's not as haggard as some people, make it out to be. We all, participate in different forms of manipulation. I just want us to be aware of when we are manipulating people. I want us to be aware of ourselves. I want us to love ourselves. I want us to value our safety in our bodies, so that when people disrespect our bodies or we're not safe, that we do what it is that we need to do to protect our safety. You know what I mean? Yes, and start learning some martial arts, learn some kickboxing, and you have a Cobra Kai surprise, or a Miyagi Do surprise for somebody who comes upon you that they wasn't expecting. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm gonna jump out of here, and I'm going to woosah and get in bed and get prepared to come out tomorrow. The raffle is still going on my website. The raffle ends tomorrow, and somebody is going to win a vitamin E and a makeup pack tomorrow. So we'll see who it is. But listen, it has been a heck of a night. It has been one heck of a night. Listen, Just Z, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. No, Center Mass. No, Center Mass. Bup. That's all I'm gonna say. Center Mass. Listen, I'm out of here. Listen, Tanya TKO, and I'm out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is taking advantage of opportunities like the ones that we were presented with today. Who is this? Lourdes says, hi, Tanya. I follow you sometimes, and you do a great job. Happy holidays. All right. Well, thank you. And so are you doing it in front of us like a raffle? Well, the computer is going to pick the winner, so I will do the countdown with you all live in person on whatchamacallit. So yes, so get your raffle. I'll put the thing. I won't put it in. Just go to tanyatko.com/raffle. And then Dip is so nasty. We don't need to hear about your sordid. I'm not dancing tonight. I'm not. Even if I got up and tried, it wouldn't work. Here, okay, I'll try a little here. Let me get my headphone back in, because it's too late to be blasting the music. It's 1:00 in the morning now. It wasn't too late when we first came on, but now, Juicy Smollett, you're funny. Let's see, where's the music? Oh, here it is, here. I don't hear anything, and I pressed it. Oh, here it is. Here, come on. You can't see. I look like I'm playing the steel drum. That's my new dance. It's awful. It's crazy. I tried. The big hand, right? It's not big anymore. It's on this. I hear some noises coming from outside. All right. Listen, I will see you all tomorrow. I'll come on early. We'll try to do more than one broadcast tomorrow. But yeah, so listen. Oh, let me refresh before I jump off to just make sure that we got everybody. Listen, I don't even know what to say. I see we have almost everything together for, everything is almost together. Wait, this cannot be, wait, what is this? Hold on, let me see what this is. Yeah, hold on. So, Cookie Confidant says brown bone is what he needs. He's so silly. He might be watching yesterday's video. Talk about, we on a whole different topic today, but brown bone, he's so silly. Thank you. Craziness. Listen. Dip said, now they're going to think I'm out here being disrespectful, sis. What you talking about? Yeah, I'm going to bed. Don't worry. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you all for coming out. I really appreciate it. I'll give you all, listen, you know what I will do? I will give you all the opportunity to write down the self-love lessons that you learned. Come on. What's the self-love lessons that you learned? I want to hear. Come on. What self-love lessons did you learn from tonight's video? I want to see whether or not we got any lessons that have come out. Yes. I want to hear. Because I don't know what we're talking about. Listen, there's a little bit of a delay, so I'll give you all an opportunity to write what were the self-love lessons that you learned. And Ooh. This is call the cops. Wee woo. Okay. Calling the police and protecting yourself could definitely be an act of self-love. Yes, absolutely. Lesson relearning. I wish a motherfucker would. Miss Jones said people be lying. Toxic men don't change. Okay. Stay away from Tyrones. Always stay armed. Don't let Dusties. Love yourself. No ding-a-ling is worth punches. It was heavy, so there were a lot. Love others, but love yourself more. Love myself first. Night, lovely sisters. When your car gets burned down, go find a guy. And listen. Take responsibility for your decisions. If someone hurts me, report it. Love yourself, please. But she said that she knows all the things, but being in the situation, that things were different in real life. And you never know what you may do if the situation becomes real life for you. That's the paradox. It's the paradox. Take the professional's advice and take meds if need to. Make sound decisions. Love yourself before you can love others. Yes. Key his car. Listen, love yourself enough to be able to accountability. Don't hire key outside. Don't be addicted to pain. Listen, don't leave my key under the fake rock. Okay. I see that. Okay, I can see that. Self-preservation, self-safety is a part of self-love, and loving life itself, also loving life point blank. Yes, love yourself enough to not be afraid to be accountable. The music LMAO, it's so 80s Cornish. Yeah, that's the sound I wanted. Never let a man put his hands on you in an aggressive manner, man or woman. Have a pistol grip pump on my lap at all times. That's how you're going to sleep, with it on your lap. So when you get up to go to the bathroom and it falls on the floor, next thing you know, you hopping in the middle of the night as bullets careen through your room. Let people stay gone when they leave. Have marketable skills. Get an alarm system. Okay. Oh yes. Say no, the F, Pay attention in training. You know something? I'm gonna beat your butt, Goddess Heather or Hather. I need more counseling forever. Music can't give me a black eye. I need more counseling forever. Music can't give me a black eye. I hear you. I hear you. With my Nina on my lap. Okay. Stay away from Tina. Well, the type of Tina we just, you know. You know what I'm talking about. Protect yourself, right to bear arms. Okay. Okay. I see all of this. Don't be afraid to change. Okay. Okay. Don't let your dog get to know and like men. Listen. Listen. I can't. I cannot. I cannot. Black women are not your bosom to cry on after Tyrone shows his true colors. I got my 9mm under my pillow. Okay. Awareness of everything, including yourself, is helpful. If he does Tina, he's probably Mina. I'm going to beat y'all. You know something? I'm going to beat y'all. I cannot. You know what? I'm getting out of here. Y'all playing now. Y'all playing. Y'all playing. Oh my goodness. Always tell someone where you're going. Give the dog a hot dog. Wait, he gave the dog a hot dog? Listen, that's crazy. Save your money so when you don't have to stay with a racist. Fear should never be higher than self-preservation and survival. But you know what? I think ultimately at the highest level, the fear is a form of self-preservation, because if you fear that doing a thing will cause jeopardy to your life or your children's lives, then this is why I told her to call the hotline, because there has to be some sort of way to report, and still be able to be safe. Utilize self-help for self-love every day and stay stabby. Listen, stop quitting $16 an hour stay-at-home jobs. Listen. Hey, Keith is in the house. Yes, I see. Oh my, y'all been on here from the beginning of the broadcast. I see text notification squad. Go ahead and throw up your 1010s. I want to see who's still here for the text notification squad. Never let a situation get too messed up. No. Don't recreate the movie you hate in the movies. You is special. You is guy. I'm done. Have someone to talk to. Being alone isn't always good. Go get the strap messed up. Listen. Trauma therapy, crisis prevention, intervention online for tips. Don't write checks your mouth can't cash. I don't know where that goes, but okay. That's a good one. Portia is here from the text notification squad. Skits, Michonne, KN. All right. I see not Methany by going to bed. Erin is here. Shelly, you didn't put up your 10, but I know that's you. Jasmine. Oh, here's Shelly's 10. Lynn. Ashley. Okay. Danielle. All right, listen, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate you all so much. Goddess Hathor, listen, this is a lot. Don't use your insurance money to bail out your boyfriend. Listen. The giant hand is back. Where is it? There it is. Tanya, you have to teach women how to love themselves. I'm trying, but first you have to be aware that there are divots in the self-love. You know what I mean? Yeah, you have to know that there are divots. Hey, Sharice. I had to leave after she quit her job. Listen. Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, welcome back. Hey, Tam Tam. Tam Tam, you still here in these streets? Oh, my Lord have mercy. It's better to laugh after this. This is healthy. Love yourself more than others. Yeah. All right. Listen, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciated this broadcast 2 hours on, and then we're going to jump off. I'll see you all later. Thank you all so much. All right. Peace, everybody. Peace. Good night. Good night. Good night. This is so much. You can continue to write your lessons in the comments area. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.